haircut off, I'm going in with a ceramic blade, a number 2 blade on the Andis ZRs. You can use it on Octane ZRs or any detachable blade. You use these clippers to get your actual bulk knocked off of the haircut to get the desired length for the haircut. Most people use their detachables if they fade or if they doing like a waivers haircut, but just for this video specifically, I would have loved to use the blade over using my actual guard system. The fade is going to be a little bit different. We're going to be doing a design on one side, and then we're going to be doing a bald taper on the other side. By the end of this haircut, like if you stick through this video, I promise you the ending of this haircut gonna be so crazy, and then the actual amount of jewels, the level of detail in this video is really just gonna be nasty. Like, and I just can't wait for you guys to see it. And I think that's my favorite part about these tutorials, that I honestly start with nothing. And not saying only me, but us YouTubers, we start with nothing during these consultations. And when we start off these haircuts, and we completely transform and get these haircuts a whole different meaning. And I honestly feel like it's just so dope to share this experience with YouTube. So I go in with my Babyliss FX Flash, and I just start to set in my guideline for my actual design. Now I go in this design and set my first base of it amazing with my outline, but I actually messed up in this design, and that's one thing that I love about being able to shake back, because I went under this design to double it up, and I just didn't like how it came out when I doubled it up here. It looks very like just not up to par for me. So what I did is I decided to clear the whole bottom out and start to fade into it. Now everybody who know me on YouTube that I'm not a big design head, so when I actually went under, it kind of threw me off because I couldn't see the design develop before I was finished with it. So I instantly got into fading just to start making it look better to me personally, because I just wasn't a fan of how the design was coming out. But y'all gotta understand, when you're not a fan or when things are not going your way, it's up to you to change that outcome. And by changing that outcome is boosting your level of confidence, is giving your clients a level of confidence and giving them a level of trust in you that you can do things like this when they tell you freestyle or do whatever you want. And with that being said, y'all gotta understand and know that there's gonna be times that we encounter crazy haircuts or crazy things, or we approach things a bad way, but it's always a way to shake back. So don't just get discouraged, because discouragement leads to like quick failure, and it leads to you not knowing your potential. So y'all just gotta keep at it, man. Like, you gotta keep at it in this game, and it don't slow down. So I go in with my wall cordless heroes, and I just start to detail the area of where I wanted to do the high-low effect. And by the high-low effect, you guys gonna see me drop that part all the way down later on in the video. And I just go in just to clear most of the bulk off of the design as well, because sometimes the hair can be too thick while you're trying to do a design, and it's just very irritating in a way. And that was just a number 1/8 guard, and I'm just going against the grain to get like the hair even for the design. Then I go in and I apply fibers on the design. So once I go in and I re-hit the design, it's gonna give it that real crispy like standout effect. So I go in, I lay fibers down, I use spritz above that, then I go in with my heroes, man, and I just reframe this whole thing out. One thing I think that people are sleep on about the heroes, that the heroes are a very, very good design clipper, because they pack a punch, but at the same time they hit very hard. I think this is maybe one of the most underrated trimmer. If set correctly, this trimmer can be insane. And I've watched people like Captain Smash bend the rulers to when it came to things like the heroes and just standing out, because you got clippers out there that have the potential of doing some of the most amazing things. It's just how you manipulate them and use them in those circumstances to give you the effect of this. Look how much clean my lines are. Look how much more happier I am. Look at my hands. Like, my hands are moving 10 times quicker, and not just because of the speed rampant, but look at the actual flow of me and my clippers and how we become one in terms of this design, and how I open up certain lines. Like, that's the best part about designs, the illusion that you create, and it's your world with a design. So like, back to discouragement, I could have blew this whole side out like earlier, because I was so like not confident about this design, but y'all gotta understand, just if you stay at it and you never give up, like sky's the limit in this game. Like we bound for this. And honestly, when you stand behind this chair, not even being an artist, like we are not only consultants, we're therapists, with everything behind the chair, and that's just important. So I went in with my wall singers fully closed, about 2 inches, and then I went up another inch with them completely open. So I'm basically gonna follow the same system of going closed, open, and then halfway. And as you guys can see, I was halfway, and then I'm fully closed here just so I could clean up towards the bottom of the taper, and then I'm playing in between the lever so I can get the transition of the fade that I'm actually looking for. One thing I like about this haircut is that I'm doing a high taper in the back because I'm not fading it all the way around the sides. And some people would ask, like, why wouldn't you fade it around the sides? This is just a different type style that I do on this client specifically. So I go in with a 1/16 for my Andis Masters fully closed, and I start to flick at the line. Another thing I want to show that, like, people sometimes can tend to forget that the crease or the indentation in the head is the thing that creates the illusion that there might be a guideline there. So it's not that there's a guideline there. You could just flick at it when you take your guard off with other clippers, just so you could get the transition a little bit better. But by it being a crease in the head, it's gonna always kind of look like a weight line, so don't get discouraged by that either. It's just, you know, hair manipulation, where you decide to fade, where you decide to lay the hair down there to create that illusion for a dope transition. I just love that about this client. Like, this more of like a free-form haircut. He just don't want the hair super low because he want to show a taper, but at the same time, it's not for an actual taper look. It's just so we're not fading it all the way around, because this client specifically doesn't like it faded all the way around. He actually doesn't even like it faded by the design, but you know, that's just something that we had to do to get that desired look. And I consulted with him, and I just, you know, that's something that I felt that I should have did. So I went in with my FXs, I set that ball line, then I go completely open with the wall singers. And then you're finna watch me drop halfway, we're fully closed, and then I nudge at the bottom of the line, barely flicking at the line. And then I'm finna go halfway right here, and then I'm gonna flick at that line as well, just to create a better transition. But as you guys can see, the fade is coming together very, very, very well. And the bald tapers is slept on. Like, this is the most slept on type of taper in today's day. For people who have like weaker C cups, not everybody, I feel like, should get a regular lineup, because some people do have weaker C cups. I offer them bald tapers because not only could you still get the straight across crispy line with the vertical bars, it tends to create a better transition and illusion in terms of your taper and how well the hair lays. And I just can't wait to show you guys, once I start putting the line in on this actual haircut, how different things can really be when you take your time, and the level of detail that's added behind the haircut can take a haircut 10 times, you know, it can take it to a level 10 times higher than when you was just to do a regular haircut on somebody. So that's one thing that I love about this. So again, if you gonna make it through this video, I appreciate you so much. And if you are new to my channel, you know, please hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell, because I need y'all to get these videos. So I go in with my wall singers, and I'm open with them, and I'm doing a raking method so I can get the hairs to lay down. Then I go back in with my Babyliss FX flashes, and I just hit the line. And this is a new trimmer to me. I had saw it at a few shows, and you know, I was contemplating on getting it, and then I just had to get it. I just had to get it and just try like new tools, because this tool has so much potential. And I was just able to just create a dope piece with this trimmer. And this was my first time using this trimmer. I saw it on Instagram, and I was like, I gotta try this trimmer. This trimmer is actually pretty decent, man. I'm actually able like to create a nice, sharp, very detailed line, because the blade, that T-shape, is so perfect for me. And when the T-shape is perfect for me and the blade is thin, it's just so easy to go where I want to. So right here, my client actually has a weaker, you know, front lining right here that I'm lining, because it's a light spot that's right there. But with color enhancement, you can always assist the haircut to make it 10 times better. And that's one thing that I love. So I just go in and keep everything consistent with the vertical bars, and I just bring everything straight down so I can get the lining as straight as possible without pushing the client back. It's just clean. And then I go in with the industry's most innovative, newest product done by Tomb 45, the Beam Team Cordless Compressor. I love this, like I stand by it. This is my product. This is the most amazing product that has hit the market, and I just couldn't be more blessed to be able to give you guys the game this way. So I go in with a business card, and I'm away at least 4.5 to 5 inches so I can give myself a nice spray radius, and I'm never directly spraying at the actual part that I'm trying to put color enhancement on. I'm spraying at an angle so I don't overspray or I don't put too much on at one time in one spot, and it's just easier. It creates the transition from color enhancement to where there is and where there isn't. So you know, it's just fading techniques with the color as well. You always do the same things consistent in the game. What people don't get is this game is built off manipulation of tools that we already have, and you just applying them with your own flavor to get the picture perfect image. So I go in with the Barber Magic pencil and I frame out the line, and I go in and I cast a thin line, because you got people who use the Barber Magic pencil and they go in and make the line too thick, so when they reline the head it looks too cakey and it looks too fake. With that being said, you go in and you do light strokes and light casts, so you guys can barely see that I outlined the liner, and then you go back with some of your liners and just watch the effect that it put it on. And you don't have to do, you know, the Barber Magic pencil to get the white line. To people out there who feel you do, you can use a clarifying shampoo, but for those who want to do it a tad bit quicker with flavor still, and it gives that concealed look that eyebrows, you know, give off, that women does. I just think that it was in another amazing product that was made to help assist color enhancements. You guys can see I just go straight across that line and I stay in the same realm, never pushing the line in too high, and I'm tapping and going. I'm never digging at the line, and I'm never applying too much pressure, because when you have hitters, you can whip the skin, and that's the last thing you want to do, is have almost perfect line and then you see a whip indentation. It just, you know, it throws your whole day off, and it throws the whole lining off to you, because all you had to do was take your time. And that's the amazing thing about barbering. That's the beauty. Like, it's so easy to be humbled in this game, man. So I lean my client back and I start to stretch the skin and pull a razor right back to the lining, and I just look at the lining. This is bars. Like, I'm dropping G for y'all. I'm showing y'all the way. Like, there's like this is my only way, and you know, this is beauty to me. This is my passion. This is my heart in the game, and I want y'all to understand and know this right here is what's gonna separate y'all from the rest. So I go in and I make my indentation with the razor all the way around. Now my client doesn't have a full beard, but he has the casting of a beard, and right here I pointed out that that's a no-go. People will stop there because it appears crispy to them, but in the realm of being very detailed and being very symmetrical and very crispy, you go through with your whisk, or you go through with your compressor to blow the air and blow the extra product off of the face, and you go back and you re-hit the lining. That's what it's about in barbering. Repetition is key. The more you do something, the more you consistently do it, the cleaner it will look. That's bars. That's for anybody. Anybody who want to be better, anybody who want to step their game up, the level of detail, when you pay attention to that, when you consistently do things over, repetition is key. This is how you build on top of that craft. People always ask about how you get better, and it's not a how you get better. You go to the gym. All you gotta do is shoot in the gym. I'm not asking you to put up 1,000 reps in a day. You go to the gym. You just keep the reps consistent, and you're gonna get picture perfect images like this. Bars. So this was just an amazing transformation. To all the guys that's out there that's watching me, I just want to say thank you so much that you guys were able to sit through this video and check this video out. You guys can see the nice smirk. We in the game. So I want to shout out to everybody. #TBT. It's the Beam Team. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all was able to sit through this video. Thank you so much, and may God bless.